Assalamu alaikum everyone. In hepatology today we are going to talk about alcoholic liver disease. So what is alcoholic liver disease? It refers to the hepatic changes in the patients with the chronic alcohol consumption. It can be presented in three forms. First is steatosis or fatty liver. If untreated can convert into alcoholic hepatitis, that is inflamed liver, or if it is untreated it can convert into or ends up with the severe form, which is cirrhosis. Let's talk about the pathogenesis of alcoholic liver disease. Most of the alcohol is metabolized within the liver. 80% of the alcohol by the action of ADH, alcohol dehydrogenase enzyme, converts into acetaldehyde, and by the action of ALDH on the acetaldehyde, that is acid aldehyde dehydrogenase enzyme, this acetaldehyde converts into acetate. By these two reactions there is overproduction of NADH by the NAD plus. Due to this overproduction of NADH, high levels of NADH causes decreased fatty acid oxidation or decreased consumption and increased fatty acid synthesis within the liver. As a result, fatty liver develops, that is deposition of fat occurs in the liver. It is a reversible condition. It has good prognosis as compared to other forms, but if it is untreated it can convert into alcoholic hepatitis. 20% of the alcohol by the action of enzyme cytochrome P2E1 converts into acetaldehyde. Due to the overproduction of acetaldehyde, there is a production of reactive oxygen species or free radicals which causes damage to the hepatocyte, and this acetaldehyde also appears on the receptors present on the hepatocytes, which is called adduct, and it generates the immune response, that is neutrophils and the macrophages through the circulation enters into the liver and produces cytokines like tumor necrosis factor interleukin 6 and causes further damage to the hepatocytes in this alcoholic hepatitis. It is a reversible condition if treated properly, but it can convert into cirrhosis or ends up with the severe form, which is cirrhosis, which is irreversible condition. Few words about the risk factors of alcoholic liver disease. Drinking pattern is important because the patient if the patient is drinking the alcohol continuously on the daily basis, it is more it has greater risk of developing the alcoholic liver disease as compared to the intermittent drinker. Female gender is more prone to the alcoholic liver disease as compared to male, and obese persons has a greater risk of developing the alcoholic liver disease as compared to thin lean person. Also, the excessive alcohol consumption causes the decreased nutrients in the body and causes the malnutrition. Now come to the clinical features of alcoholic liver disease. As we have discussed, it has three forms: in steatosis or simple fat deposition in the liver. There are no symptoms in the patient, just elevated aminotransferases or the disturbed liver biochemistry, that is increased AST and increased ALT levels. There is no hepatomegaly. It has good prognosis as compared to the other forms, and the fat disappears from the liver after 3 months of the abstinence from the alcohol, and it is a reversible condition. But if it is untreated it can convert into alcoholic hepatitis or inflamed liver. Patient presents with the jaundice or yellow discoloration, hepatomegaly which is painful, and malnutrition, as we have discussed that excessive alcohol causes malnutrition in the patient. Also, patient may have the features of portal hypertension like ascites or fluid accumulation in the peritoneal cavity and hepatic encephalopathy. We have discussed these features in detail in the lectures on the cirrhosis. Patient may have fever and fatigue. It has bad prognosis as compared to steatosis or the fatty liver. It is also a reversible condition, but if it is untreated it can convert into or ends up with the cirrhosis, that is fibrosis or scarring occurs in the liver. Now cirrhosis is irreversible condition. All the features of chronic liver disease, like where we have discussed in the cirrhosis, like hyperestrogenemia causes testicular atrophy, spider telangiectasias on the skin, as well as gynecomastia in male, and all the other features of chronic liver diseases like astraxis or tremors of the hand, these are present in the patients. And also the complications of cirrhosis like ascites, esophageal varices, and hepatic encephalopathy is present in the alcoholic cirrhosis. Liver may be of large size or it may be normal or shrunken. Patient may develop the hepatocellular carcinoma because of this cirrhosis. Now come to the investigations. Clinical history is very important. Clinical history from the patient as well as from the first degree relatives and the friends is very important to rule out the alcohol misuse. And the CBC shows MCV levels greater than 100, that is mean cell volume is more than 100. It shows macrocytosis. The red blood size becomes more, that is the large size of the red blood cell. but it is because of folate deficiency, because of excessive alcohol consumption, or it may be due to direct effect of the alcohol on the bone marrow. There is macrocytosis, mcv levels greater than 100. In the liver function test, there are more high levels of ast as compared to alt. AST to ALT ratio is 2 ratio 1, and there is also gamma GT levels are very high in these patients. Total, if the total bilirubin as well as the PTINR, that is prothrombin time, is high or prolonged, it shows severe alcoholic hepatitis. It indicates severe alcoholic hepatitis. Alcoholic hepatitis. Now come to discriminant function or Madrid score. This score is very important to check the prognosis of the patient. 4.6 into the increased PTINR, and then add up this score with the bilirubin milligram per deciliter, total bilirubin levels. If the score is greater than 32 gram per mg per deciliter, then this score is shows that this patient has very severe or worse prognosis. If it is more than 32, this Madrid score is more than 32, it indicates the worst prognosis. Now come to the management of the alcoholic liver disease. The most important step of management, or the single most important treatment, is cessation of alcohol. It is a gold standard it is a gold standard management, that abstinence or cessation of alcohol. Other management steps are nutrition of the patient should be excellent. It helps to improve the condition of the patient. If the patient is severely ill, then nutrition should be given through the nasogastric tube in the patient. Some patients has been given the trials of glucocorticoids as well as pentoxifylline. Glucocorticoids and pentoxifylline, but both these drugs does not improve the condition, or it improves the just condition, but it does not improve the survival of the patient. This pentoxifylline is basically tumor necrotic factor antagonist. It is a blocker of tumor necrosis factor. And glucocorticoids, the major side effect of this glucocorticoids is patient may develop sepsis because of the immunosuppressant effect of these corticosteroid or glucocorticoid. If the patient has sepsis and patient has variceal bleeding, then no need to give the glucocorticoid, because it further deteriorates the condition. And the liver transplant is also recommended in the alcoholic liver disease. So this was whole about the alcoholic liver disease. Thank you so much for watching this video.